No. Okay, so I need to work on this thing figuring out what's going on. Because right now it's not. More stuff to do. There definitely were dropped frames. And there we go. So can't do 800 either. And why are you not updating anymore? Well, that's interesting. So I found another bug in this. Just walks off a cliff sometimes. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be getting updated. Is this updating? No, that's not updating. So my connection's just broken right now. Did it not save? Enable WebSocket server. Well, I can see the dropped frame count hasn't gone up recently. I am... Let's just relaunch this. Maybe I'm keeping too much stuff around. Well, at least I can see the numbers changing now. So we appear to have some kind of issue with restarts. Anywho, we seem to be stable at 800. Hopefully it's not too blurry. So, no, what we need to do now is what we're trying to... Now, so we can finally get back to trying to figure out how we're crashing the graphics system. So, update you. Oh my gosh, really? Why does YouTube have a title field marked as a password field? Alright, get you, get this back up. It reminds me I should double check. Okay, didn't miss anything there. So now we start up our second instance. Where we've got this. And if we want to projector that, it doesn't crash. Because I removed all of the line drawing I was doing. Alright, so do I have anything else up? Okay, they are grouped under separate things, but just to keep myself from getting confused, I want to close down the scripts panel from that instance. Tools, scripts, script log. Okay, this one's getting a nan. Little detail we could maybe. What? How are we getting 0, 0? So before, when I had not started the stream, I couldn't get the output. Now I appear to be getting it and putting in zeros. I didn't expect to be. Which means... Ah! No, actually, update here. We make that nil, so we use our dummy values. Yeah, I don't know how a real... If frames less than 1, then return. I almost don't need you. I need the script panel. And then we want to, oh, we did do this. So if this should be nil, then we should be putting dummy values in here. Oh, right. These are supposed to be constantly increasing values. Oh, goodness. Okay. So we've got numbers. This might actually be big enough to see. This is a little bit better, I think, as far as being pixel accurate. Okay, this was the OBS command line option, which we didn't end up using. And then we have this stuff over here, which means we need to get our script log somewhere else. Oi. So many windows. So now, if we've got more than one, well, I mean, I guess these are technically lines. Not greater than 1 is 2. So this thing was working the other day. And dead. So this is why we have a separate instance. And it only seems to be dying in the projector is the weird part. So let's try, I don't know, greater than 5. Select that one, reload it. We should be able to see a line on here. Yep. And then what about window projector kills it? So let's break it down piece by piece, figure out what kills it. No, we're not actually drawing anything. So it is not sufficient. Oh, so here's another question. Does it have something to do with reloading? Nope, seems fine. Oh, I lost the GX matrix pop when I was copying this. That could maybe do something. Unless there was one scale for both of these? Oh. Maybe... No, because one is scaled... No. I want to scale the entire thing to frames. So, unbalanced matrices, maybe. If there was no automatic cleanup, that could do it. And I guess... let's put that back to where we want it. See if that does it. Let's go ahead and do this, because the matrices were fishy. Okay. Okay. So fundamentally it was in unbalanced matrices. Now I was trying to do this with try, and I think I may have hit the other issue. Okay. Now I guess to make this more interesting, what does Lua random look like? Math.random, I don't even care if it's different every time. Integer in the range. Mm. Okay, so the line is kind of terrible. And this is where I was thinking that the projector just tended to look a little bit better. So I will probably have to actually draw some thin little quad for the for the actual line. But that is does appear to be a graph. Now, we might want to do things a little bit differently, stylistically. Like, where is... Oh, I'd packaged that up and I kind of didn't end up using them. No, I was using like it's a red... script pane keeps getting buried. Actually, yes. We don't need this thing. Hmm. Oh, you know what? That might have actually been a default color. That's a decent color, though. For the graphing package. Yeah, it must be a graphing package thing. Display frame graph. Huh? Maybe it's just it must just be the default color. Hmm. Okay. Alright, well that's something that's actually not crashing anymore. What do we got? That was trying to launch OBS. Okay, I probably shouldn't need that. So we got all our fake frames extracted. We got an extra check for division by 0 there. Extract our series. There is no precedence for using local in these. And a whole bunch of stuff to draw our prototype graphs. Now, at some point, we're actually need a scale on this thing. And also, this scales terribly in actual OBS. So we're going to have to do something else with that. Now, I guess I could just do a fill in a different color. That would be the simplest solution. I wouldn't have to get into... Well, I've already got a quad. It's just a matter of getting all the transforms right. What next? I could actually make test mode a UI feature. That would make it part of the settings. So that I didn't have to, have it going crazy in my real one versus... I know, are you kidding me? We had more real dropped frames. So the points are nice here. Is that a little bit more precise what's going on? I mean, the fill would work. I mean, well, the top line is really just more of a scale set, but anyway. Oh, the other question I had is, should the background color even be there? Because, somebody could define a color source, put it over that if they want to. But really, if I just had the dropped frame graph, and it's something you could potentially kind of set up as a little occasional overlay on the stream. Render. At which point I'm not sure I would necessarily actually want the indent. That's a stylistic thing. This is just going to be a block in the display, or well, I guess it looks better in a projector. But the projector does have its own margin. So maybe we should actually simplify this. Actually, let's... I do need the maximum of the frames. I doesn't have to turn that into a series. I guess in some sense I even have to extract a series because I'm not passing this to a generic thing. So the number will be the same as dropped frames, but the maximum of that. So there's room for optimization. I just wanted to get stuff done. So do that, do that. Well, no. There you go. No margin, and what actually happens if we do not draw the backdrop? Oh, the only thing is I'm probably going to want some space for a scale at some point. All right, but I think... okay, yes, I'm no longer crashing the video system. So... Formatting, custom, drawn, source, update information, creating a dropped frames graph. Okay. So I am going to need a certain amount of margin. Oh, well, I'm going to need a certain amount of margin to draw axes and things. And if I want a legend to be legible, I need to be able to define the background color. Well, I get somebody can always put it over another background if they don't have a good environment for that. Because part of it is that I know that you can do I mean, that property's there. Probably filters. Color. Oh. Actually, just opacity. Alpha mask. Okay, so this is actually expects a image. Maybe that's more of a. Well, I guess you can't just color key it out. Maybe that's a different. Huh. I presumed that there would be a way to filter things out, but that's all. Or fade things out. Anyway, what I have in the other one, which I apparently grabbed at some point, is I was using it's a web page which will use existing graph package, or well, it's a Lua program. These it had to define a scale. I don't really care about frame number. Really, the only thing that we're gonna well, I was doing number of frames. I probably should display the percentage somewhere, since that's what we base our alarms off of. But that, I'm just showing as a number right now. Well, multi-view shows text. Do I still have? I do not still have. OBS Studio. Oh, I swear it was a thing. Multi-view projector. No, okay, so, no. Add projector menu monitors. Or are these options for it? Yeah, I need the graphics stuff related to this. Oh, window projector maybe? Yeah, there's all the outer box. OBS source create label. Texture. Did he create an entire source under to draw text? No. That would be a text source. Multi-view labels. Preview program. Settings, font. OBS source create private. Which, by the way, did not work for me earlier. I mean, I can try throwing it into this one again. Oh, this was a media path. Yeah. But we can try it. Source text source. Release. Interesting that it releases it. So what does it do with multi-view labels? Where is this? Update multi-view. Now, we're getting the label here. OBS source get width and height. Draw box. OBS source video render. Well, that is pretty obnoxious. It's obnoxious enough to make me kind of want to punt on it until somebody complains. And the other thing is that this is doing a whole bunch of stuff based on the platform, which there's got to be some way to get right. So right now, it's would be a lot easier to punt on putting text on here. And maybe if you really want a percentage number, I can give you an optional text source where you can put that out. Of course, that would mean two projectors if you did not want to have it on screen. So if we don't need labels, then we don't need margin and we don't need backdrop. Okay, width height. And I only use that box. Well, it's in source control. Now I think this has to exist. But this is like, if you have data, return it. So we could just return nil. Yep. Lost focus. Alright, so make it a transparent overlay. Make graph function better as a transparent overlay. And then, do I want to... So I kind of want to make test mode a user option. Since I'm theoretically running the same script locally. So sample seconds, alarm source. But it'll get saved with the script. This is not a combo editable, which means I may have to look at combo type list. That could be broadened. Because I'm pretty sure we're not going to end up with a Boolean. Combo type list. That's an integer. That's an integer. Well, you're a string. Don't need sources. Don't need sources. Alright, so I need to know which is. No, not source. Which is the text and which is the key. Name value. Yeah, so name is the label. Wait. Wait. Name description. So that this should not be P. What the heck is that going to look like? All right, settings. Script defaults. Actually, list. Int float string. I mean, you could do an enumerated value. OBS data, script update. And that was that. And then up here, primarily... Oh, I've had my whole output off here. Uh... And that will be on a per sample basis. So we've just defaulted to live. And if we go into test, we'll see some stuff, which will also trigger alarms if there are alarms to be triggered. Test alarm should be next to the alarms. So, mode. Maybe that should be first. Solves that problem. I'm in test mode here. Back at my other one, I can be in live mode. It'll be fine. Oh, and this one, similar to the other one, should watch for like start and stop and things to reset its history. Or actually, you're not using the number. You're just pushing onto a list, so it's kind of okay just to keep running. Oh, you know what? If I don't draw a box on here, I don't have a scale. Shoot. I mean, it's mostly just more equals bad, but... Well, yeah, I guess what I'm really interested in is the patterns of dropping and not dropping and rising and falling. So we might be able to get away with it for now. User option for test mode. Hmm. So that's definitely a minimum viable version. I have not yet kept the notes on this. Oh, but this is the... Yeah. So that was a successful experiment. Yes, this might just be something I have to use. Oh, and I turned off my alarm here because everything was fine. Oh, alarm status. The alarm became visible when it fired. Which means it would play the next time I started OBS. So what I actually want to do Because I want to turn it on. I want to leave it on while there's a situation so that you can mute the alarm. And actually, can you... It says hide source and playback ends. It doesn't work. There's a hide in mixer. Yeah, but you can't really... Advanced audio properties? Not even listed. Well, if I'm testing here, I should probably create this. Really? I guess the second instance can't output? Oh, no, because once again, this is a good opportunity to check our directions. Add a media source for the alarm, suitable. Open advanced audio properties for alarm and choose to monitor only. All right, that's part of it. And actually, that probably is playing right now. So while there's a situation, I'm going to leave that up. And then maybe sometime after a situation ends, we want to hide it again so that when we well, up. Stream start, stream end. There are signals for these things. So, like when we exit or remove or... Well, we've got script unload. Greetings, GJ. Yep. I figured I think my graphics corruption was due to an unbalanced matrix operation or matrix push pop operations. So I got the graphics going. Decided to back off on doing anything fancy because this is the kind of thing somebody could potentially put up in in the corner of their stream somewhere. All right, so we've got unload. What do we have? Got check alarm, activate alarm, play alarm, set alarm visible. So let us actually Oh. So actually reloading the script makes it hidden. Okay, so because that's an unload situation. Yeah, that's fine. We just need to make sure that when it is really truly unloaded, that we don't want the alarm going off on us. Well, it only goes off when it activates. We don't want it when they launch this. So there's something about signals that I probably need to be doing with in all my stuff. Core OBS signals. Source create, just removed. You know, it's just a string reference. It can that can be fine. So is there other signals? Source signals. Scene signals. I can probably tell. Output signals. Output starts, output stops. So these are probably my main concerns here. All event-based callbacks. Yeah, that's very generic stuff. So this looks like we want our output signals. It went too far. Oh, and is there a way for scripts to receive signals? Little detail. Signal handler connect to a specific signal on a signal handler. To a... Now what's global and not global? Handler signal, handler signal. Oh, for all signals. Okay. So I'm going to want the signal start. Not signal start. I don't really care when you... Well, I can start and stop monitoring. There's no reason to run my timer. Okay. And where are these differences from the C's API? So what we actually want to do is we want to OBS dot signal handler connect. Wait, there's a handler and a callback. A signal handler T object. The primary OBS signal handler. Alright, I need to take a short break, and I'm going to read up on this and see if I can figure out what's going on. Okay. Oh. The stop signal. OBS output, get signal handler output. Okay. I already have to touch the output, right? Yep. And then we have to release it. So I probably need to make that an optional thing as well. Script load. OBS output get signal handler output if handler is not nil. Do handlers have to be released? Oh, if it's valid return, okay, yeah, it just returns it as is, so that does not need to be released. And then we have a custom. Nope, I need to go to no script sources, differences. Signal handler connect. Handler start and then we need to duplicate all of this more or less. And do I actually need start? Let's leave that there for a moment. So this is kind of tied in to script unload, but it has to be defined before here. Before it's used. Maybe I should do that with timer. Actually. Now what I want, yeah. I was thinking that I can't necessarily do timer stuff dynamically because in test mode I want to turn it on and then state management just gets really gnarly. And we're done with you. Now we need to go into the output reference. Oh no, okay. So it was in C. I don't really care why it stopped. callback has one parameter, the call data T object. So I can't get the output from the callback. Is that what I'm getting from this? Call data init, free, set int, set float, set bool, set pointer, set string. Oh, it has names. Set int. Gets. But how do I list them? I just have to know what the... Oh, I guess it would be output in code. Presumably. What did I want to do when we stopped? Oh, I wanted to, once again, make thoughten that our alarm is off. And similarly, do we have core OBS signals? Source. Nothing about exiting. Source scene, output, call data. Yep, I guess not. Just have to hope that one of these will work. And I guess I don't think to do anything at start. I mean, ideally start the timer, but I don't. It's not. You'd have to start streaming to test it. Start typing that out. Now, this one I can't super test here. I guess for that, I'll just have to run it and see if anything blows up. And we're in live modes, nothing's happening. So the plan is that hopefully either script unload or output stop will make that hide so it's not visible next time we start. Now, I guess the complication would be if you switch scenes as you're going out and it played in a previous scene. Try to turn off alarm source so it does not play at start. I really need to get a to-do list. Oh, we need to be able to figure out what output we're using. I guess for now we'll need a drop down. Good way to get the chosen output. So far I've had to rely on source in inspection to know what the names are. And then get what I am using. So in the interim, we'll have a little thing that says output, and it'll be either simple stream or advanced stream. I don't think dropped frames are a thing for recording. Now, changing output, that actually makes that really gnarly. Because anytime you could potentially change, and plus I have to go code splunking in to figure out what the options are. Also, I haven't done anything with the modified callbacks. We do have the test alarm button. Properties. It'll probably look a lot like this. And now we go code splunking. Okay, OBS output create. So test stream we don't really care about. Null output we don't really care about. FFmpeg sounds like recording. Replay buffer don't really care about. Simple file output. Simple stream. Advanced FFmpeg output. Replay buffer. Advanced file output. Advanced stream. Hey, I guessed it right. And that's it. Hey, stream output, stream output. I guess I gotta just about gone by that. File, replay. And stream outputs. Advanced output, start streaming. Okay. And I suppose I could actually organize these so that they're more like how we are. Target, output, target, output. All right, and everywhere we use simple stream, we need to use target output to start. And then the thing I just did gets really gnarly, but we can, well, test it. Selectable target output. I guess I should really say streaming output. Actually, what I should really do is go into settings. Output mode. So this is what's going on. Output mode. And they're together. Which actually tells me that that would be a better name for target output. Which unfortunately makes the whole output stop hook slightly dubious. Because in theory we have to add this and remove it every time we change. So output, we're getting our stuff here. Oh, no, this is actually potentially a two-step process. If do output mode not equal output mode, then in fact, this is where we want to make functions for this. Which in turn implies this has to be above where we do that, where we do script update stuff, which means it does have to be up here. Function. Hook output. Function unhook output. So now unload. Hook output. And then in script update, we need to unhook output. Output mode equals new output mode. Hook output. And else we're just doing this. And we'll have to see how it actually works out. Try to handle signal with changing output target, output mode. And this is where I need to get into all the long descriptions and description. Long description. This is totally wrong. Test activating selected media source. And we just kind of lost every control that actually had a long description. All right, mode. All right, this is oh geez. Test generates fake output or fake frame counts. The OBS streaming mode you are using must match period during which the alarm level is checked. Percentage of dropped frames in sample period, which should trigger the alarm. Alarm source. So this is actually, this just kind of needs to be in the script description. All right, long desk. And media source. See above for how to create an appropriate media source. And what I don't have anywhere in here, because it wasn't in the wasn't a thing, a custom source and draws a graph of recent dropped frames. A custom source is available for drawing dropped frames in the sample period. It can be added to the source panel. You may want to hide it and use a windowed projector to view the graph yourself. Wrong Lua. I should really say graph somewhere. Alright, so I guess what I have to do now is just sort of dog food it for a while. Maybe get the submission process going because they like to wait a few weeks before approving things. Edit. Well, I didn't look at any of these. Added documentation strings, and there was no feedback here. Alright, well, it's getting on towards lunchtime for me. I should probably give this at least a day or two of trying stuff out, and it does seem like we're being blessed with some dropped frames today, so maybe we'll get some chance to try it out. That is it for now. Thanks, Stormy Leopard, Deadly Tacos, NGLGZZ, McGrime, SES Dev, Cat Doc, Saucerette Gaming, Dog and Lake, and maybe somebody moved around on me for hosting me. Do I have? I do not. something I can recommend in the meantime. What do we got? I probably need to get more people. That I can host for coding, but we've got a good old friend. Well, not a friend. I need to hang out there myself. Programming tutor. So he doesn't always talk. Sometimes he talks when he's helping someone. But he's available to help anybody looking for programming help. So if you're looking for some place to hang out in the meantime, that's some place to hang out. And thanks for hanging out with me. I'm expecting to be back for probably Oxygen not include this afternoon. We shall see. Bye-bye.